With our Windows 11 VM set up, we can now install Assault Cube. However, I want to throw out this disclosure right out the gate in the fact that we may experience issues with Assault Cube inside our VM. I know I am. Couldn't figure out the troubleshooting outside of the guest editions, and quite frankly, for this course, it doesn't hurt us to have it on the host. Now, that's not to say we wasted our time doing the Windows 11 VM. Obviously, this is a development platform that you could use for all sorts of things, and if you progress in your game hacking journey, if you will, this can provide a very valuable resource in the future. Now, with that being said, I am going to install the game through the VM so we can see the process. I'll show you what the issue is, and then I'll show you what the game should look like in my host. So let's get started. I already have the web page pulled up here, but the URL is assault.cubers.net. So open up a browser and navigate to this page. You should see something similar to this, and in the top right, you'll see download it here. If you click Microsoft Windows for our Windows VM or your Windows host, it will download the Assault Cube executable for the installation, right? So I've already went ahead and did that. I'll go ahead and click it here so you can see. You click that, it'll immediately start that download. And you see it was pretty darn fast for me this time around. So with that, I'm going to open up File Explorer, go to Downloads, and then you'll see the one that I just downloaded and the one that I had before. So let me clean out the one I just downloaded. I'll remove that. And we will double click on this executable. So with that, the UAC window comes up. We click Yes. And here is the installation window. So we'll click Next. A very easy install. Click I agree. Click Next. I'm going to leave it in the default destination folder, right? Again, if you have a secondary or a tertiary drive, feel free to change this location, but do keep in mind where it's at. So since I'm keeping it default, we'll click Next again, click Install, and then we just wait a little bit for this to finish installing. Okay, our installation is complete, and with that, we'll click Next and Close. Now, it'll open up in your default browser. In my case, it's Edge because I'm using the default Windows 11 installation, no other installations on this, but it'll open up the browser to the release notes for the version that you just installed. We can go ahead and close these out, and now I'll show you what the problem is, and I'll show you what the game should look like working, right? So the problem here is you'll see that there's a shortcut here on the desktop. If I double click on that, you'll see Assault Cube open, but it only opens to this black screen. Don't fret, it's okay. Just do the installation on your host if this is what you see. Now, to get out of this black screen, go ahead and press the Windows key on your keyboard to bring up your menu, if you will, right? And you'll see the taskbar is right here. Right-click on Assault Cube in the taskbar, and then click Close Window. This will close the application. Clearly it's not responding, so go ahead and just close the program if that comes up. We can cancel the report to Windows. It doesn't really matter. And we are back to our Windows VM. Now, if it isn't working, feel free to close it out. But I am going to install the last application that we're going to be using in this particular workshop, which is Cheat Engine. Before we go there, let me show you what it should look like, though, right? So we'll go into Assault Cube. You see, this is the splash screen we should have seen. It loads up really fast, and, we can navigate through the menu here. I'm just going to go really quick and able to play the game. Now, the nice thing about playing with your host is the fact that we won't experience the latency issues or anything like that that we would in the VM anyway. So with this particular game, it's perfectly fine to be on your host, right? When you start getting into kernel hooks and anti-cheat and, reverse engineering, or you want to do exploit development for, just exploit development in general, it's going outside of game hacking now. This VM is going to be awesome for you. So anyway, last application is going to be Cheat Engine. Thank you so much for following along here, and I will see you in the next one.